Night Majik Media. And David Adams, aka The Black Stig. Doing this thing live like we do most Tuesdays, not every Tuesday. Pretty much every Tuesday. Check out the new camera placement. It's weird, right? I feel like I'm way up in the camera, like I'm right here. My head is huge, man. Look at that. That's crazy. But I wanted to mess around with the lighting some and change the way things looked with the lighting and such. So I just wanted to kind of... I can adjust my seat. Let's do that. Yeah, this isn't so bad though. We'll get used to it. It'll just change things up. You could see Maddie back there. She's got her gun behind her. I don't know why she always brings her gun to the radio show like something's gonna happen. But I guess you never know, and you'd rather need it and not have it than have it and not need it. That's the reverse. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. What is up? What is up? Having some fun. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. I know she didn't bring you a cupcake. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, we are rocking live today, ladies and gentlemen. Night Majik Media, David Adams, aka the Black Stig, Maddie Martin, aka the Springer Spaniel Stig. Having some fun on this awesome Tuesday. So yeah, you didn't bring your cupcake. I thought you were gonna.
What are you talking about?
You're champagne.
Oh, I don't drink on the show.
It's Boozedays.
I've basically hardly ever drink on the show.
Okay. I'll pull up freaking archive shows from when we were on Facebook.
I said hardly ever. I didn't say never.
Anyway, today's Boozedays is brought to you by Bullet Rye. Bullet. Ballaleo.
Belay.
Front.
Bullet.
Bullet. It's probably got like a website, and the website probably says, it's pronounced Bullet. And I'm like, why don't you spell it Bullet? Because it's the person's last name.
Probably.
Oh. Frontier whiskey, whatever that means. Whiskey from the frontier.
Yeah, see that's what it means.
I hate that. Isn't that dumb?
If you didn't go on there, the information was already there. Like if you didn't, it tells you about it right there without needing to be on it.
Let's see here. Main screen capture. What is it?
Like you could just click on the Wikipedia and learn about it without going on the. That's what I meant.
But does it tell us how to pronounce it? It's also sold in Germany, Norway, and Sweden. Mm-hmm. It's produced by the Four Roses Company. Oh, that makes sense. Tom Bullitt, yeah. Tom Bullitt.
Preacher. No, Augustus Bullitt.
Son of a preacher. The original creator, Augustus Bullitt, the developer of a modern brand, the first batch of Bullitt. Allegations, oh no. There's scandal in the Bullitt family.
Homophobia, shocker.
No shit. There's something called Frontier Whiskey. There's going to be homophobia. No fooling. Australia, the 45% ABV.
It's too bright in here.
Is it too bright?
Yeah. I'm struggling. It's like, or there's too much disconnect between like outside and everything else. But I'm like, I was wondering why I was struggling so hard to see your screen. You know?
How's that?
It's them.
I just turned those down.
No way.
I did. I turned them down 3 clicks.
Holy shit! It did not change anything. No. I'll be fine. Did you move them? Like, is something different?
I literally said that. I said I'll move the lighting around. I changed the lighting. I changed the camera.
Oh, I wasn't listening. You
Apparently, I was screaming. You didn't have music. I had music.
I know, but maybe I just zoned out.
I mean that light is still where it is, but that light was.
I know there. That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to see the screen and I can't.
Oh my goodness! You gotta make it so that they can't see my black ass. There. 3 more clicks down.
No, it's the angle. It can't be there.
Oh my goodness!
It's like the sun is looking at me.
You need. There's studio lights.
I have blue eyes.
You need to be illuminated.
I'll just go get sunglasses.
You will not go get sunglasses.
I will. I'm wondering.
I moved. It's not facing you anymore. Oh my goodness.
No, I'll just try not to read because I can't do both.
Oh my goodness. It's so we're so darkened now. It's like we're in the dark.
I can't tell because my eyes still.
We've got shit lighting now.
You change it back. It's not gonna make a
difference.
I'm
gonna turn this one up. So that we can have at least some lighting.
Change it back because it's made no difference. It's made absolutely no difference to my eyes. Where were they before?
That light has always been there. This one was up there.
I don't know what to tell you.
The lighting, it's not like it's changed dramatically.
It feels like it's changed dramatically. My eyes hurt.
Maybe your eyes just hurt more while you're under my wheel.
Come here. Daddy's hateful.
I'm not hateful. People are gonna start complaining.
My eyes hurt.
People are gonna start complaining they can't hear you. By the way, just remember what your mom said. The microphone is your friend.
Nobody's there though, so.
There's people, ish. There's always people. Just because people aren't commenting doesn't mean they're not there.
No, it means that.
Nice.
It's objects permanence.
No, it's item potency. That doesn't need to be seen to be there.
No, the issue is object permanence. So if it's not there, I don't
know.
That's
you got
what
something
it
in
is.
your hair. I don't know what that is.
Please don't be disgusting.
It's my show.
Okay.
We're gonna be disgusting starting right now.
I will not be.
Why not?
Because it's disgusting.
Oh my goodness, that's not fun. So
disgusting isn't fun.
Disgusting is so fun.
No.
Disgusting is super fun.
No.
How do you discuss things if you're not disgusting? Discussing the topics at hand.
Wow.
Yeah. You like that shit? I like that shit. So anyway, we picked up a treadmill today. And that was some work getting that motherfucker down to the basement, was it not?
Yeah.
That was a lot of work. So the people who sold us the treadmill, they helped us out big time by getting it loaded into the van. You're struggling.
I am.
I'm gonna try.
It really hurts.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
There. We're now we just have shit lighting.
I know. I can see that.
There we go, guys. Here, let's turn all the studio lights off. Because I can't have backlighting. That's just bad. There. How's that?
Better for my eyes. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That really hurt.
We'll figure it out.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
I will figure it out.
I was trying not to say anything.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to do something. Because we can't have this, obviously. Anyway, mood lighting, exactly. Anyway, so we put a treadmill in the...
We should just have it back to when I was a fuzzy blob in the corner. That made everyone happy.
Yeah, but there was still lighting.
I know, and it'll be fine because I'll be a fuzzy blob in the corner.
But there's still lighting.
I know, but then it won't be, like, I can be, like, right rubbing my eyes and no one can see because it's just a fuzzy blob.
Anyway, so we bought a treadmill. It was great because people helped us load it up into the van. Getting out of the van wasn't so bad. Cleaned it off as much as possible. It smells like cigarettes. Really fucking hate the smell of cigarettes. But then getting... Getting into the house also wasn't so bad, but man, getting it through that narrow 29-inch doorway into the basement. I don't even know why our doors are only 29 inches wide. That seems like That seems like that should not be possible. Like, you shouldn't be able to build a doorway at 29 inches at any point in history. That's just narrow. I don't even know how. Like, we had to take the couches apart to get them down there. We had a problem with. We had to send back the one refrigerator because it was too wide for our.
It would actually not fit through our doorway, like, in any way. So
we couldn't have that. Yeah, just terrible. It was just overall terrible. But yeah, so we figured out. We had to take the treadmill pretty much.
We can't change the doorways.
Yeah, you would have to literally reframe the entire thing, so they'd have to cut into the wall, and then even then there's a wall. It's a
hole. Yeah.
You
and that specific one that you're talking about, our front doors, all of the doors are a problem, but
right. Go ahead.
The front door, the door that you're talking about is under the stairs, which I would assume is a whole structural thing.
Yeah, well, that one wouldn't be so bad because you are shittily lit.
I'm good with that though. You're better lit, and it's more about you. So my eyes are happier too because I can see that one less.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would have to be. They would put what's called a house jack underneath it while they're reframing it. Yeah, that's what it's called. They put this thing and they literally hold the entire house up.
Yeah, but then we'd find out that our entire foundation
is tilted, one direction. Yeah. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me at this point with this house. This house has been great, but there have been some real headaches. But I mean, the more I talk to people, the more I realize that those headaches just happen. It's like unless you build your house yourself, a house is just there's gonna be headaches.
The other thing technically we can change all of this, but should we because of the expense? Because as well, we have narrow hallways too. I can't go around changing every single hallway, every single doorway we have because it's too narrow.
We could completely remodel the downstairs. We could knock down.
Upstairs too.
Yeah, we could knock down the wall that separates that hallway from the kitchen.
Yeah.
Those counters would have to come forward, but you would knock all that down, and you could probably. Depending on. I'm speaking as if money is no object, right?
If money's no object, we're just getting a new house.
You could.
By the time you've changed every single doorway.
It would probably be. Kitchen. So kitchen is. See, the problem is that the kitchen is right there. So if it was literally just if the kitchen was where the dogs area is, and where the dogs area was just living room, you could probably knock that wall down, extend that out, and have a 4-foot hallway. And then push that living room out another 4 feet, probably for $50,000, all said and done, everything done.
But what about the stairs?
That's what I'm saying. All that could.
I don't think just $50,000.
Yeah, well, because the stairs wouldn't have to move. The stairs could still be where they are. All you're doing is pushing that support wall back. So they would put the house jack, and they would put house jacks, or you could leave that wall knocked down and just put an archway.
What do you mean though? Because there's literally, the wall is only so thick.
Which one are you talking about?
To get down to the basement, that doorway.
That door. So what I was talking about is, we have the doorway, and on the opposite of the doorway, you have that wall.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, if we wanted to widen that hallway out, we could literally knock that wall down that's opposite of the doorway.
Right. I'm only talking about widening that specific doorway.
Yeah, so widening that doorway, what you would have to do is, it would be wide. Well, yeah, so you would have
to move the stairs.
You'd have to widen the stairs. You have to widen the stairs.
But you can't just widen one. You know what I mean? That whole thing would have to be completely restructured.
Yeah, because the stairs are proportioned to the stairs.
Yeah, you wouldn't have stairs for a while they were doing that. It would be a whole thing.
And you'd have to that closet. So basically, because under the stairs is that closet that is Harry Potter's room under the stairs going to the basement. You have that closet
on the other side.
Under the stairs. Like, so you open the door, go to the basement, down to the theater.
Yeah. Even
under that,
even further. Yeah.
Under that, directly under those stairs is Harry Potter's room.
That closet would have to just disappear.
Well, I mean, it would disappear temporarily while they rebuilt the stairs.
Well, if they're white, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Or you could get rid of it altogether, and we can do not a wall. We just would have stairs that are just free floating stairs.
No.
That just go down to
no.
I
don't do that. I'm sorry. No, I don't do that.
They would be sturdy.
No. I don't even climb those stairs.
They would be sturdy.
No, they wouldn't be.
They wouldn't be.
They just wouldn't be.
They would be sturdy.
No, I don't like those.
Iron stairs.
No.
Or you could do like some sort of poured concrete. They have to form it.
No.
And that would be really expensive.
No. No.
Think about all the space we'd get back.
No. No. I'd never go down there. You couldn't pay me to go down there. It'd be like going up to the attic. I just would do it on a complete needs base. It would be terrifying the whole time. I do not like
Well, it wouldn't be a ladder.
It basically is a ladder.
No.
It basically is.
It would be stairs. There'd be a back to the stairs. Like you would go, whatever the various, so you have the run and then the tread. Is that like the parts of the stairs?
I don't
know. The parts
know.
of stairs?
I don't know.
What are the parts of stairs? Hey.
The stair.
Yeah, parts of stairs.
There's Fred.
Names. What are the different parts of stairs? You have the
Step, tread, riser, nosing, starting step, or bullnose straight. Jesus.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot.
More.
There's a lot more to it.
There's more steps to steps.
So anyway, what I was getting at is that you could absolutely do it. The problem would be it would come down to finance.
No, this whole project would basically mean a new house.
No.
Think about every single doorway, because I mean every single doorway, because and also...
You could probably do everything you would want done to the house, like including widening that hallway, widening that door, and I'm thinking of the fact that on the other side of that opposite wall is a kitchen. Yeah. Everything said and done, $150,000. The problem is, we're not going to get $150,000 out of this house. We wouldn't get $150,000 more. The most we could sell this house for probably is like getting near $500,000.
So are you going to love it?
We could probably get near $500,000 probably like 10 years from now. Because Fishers is going to continue to develop.
Right.
And our house value is... matter of fact, I got the... Ed Stajanovic just sent me my email today letting me know that our house value went up again.
Oh, yay.
Which is... It's a double-edged sword, right? So, like, on the one side, your house value go, hey, Brad, what's going on, brother?
We need to write back and be like, you haven't seen the inside of it. No, it has not.
The value of your house value goes up. But then... You're like,
your taxes.
So your taxes. So you're like, yay! Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Who are you? So that was fun. So anyway, I said all that to say it was fun getting the treadmill down there. We had to break it down.
It was not fun.
No, it was not fun, but it was fun.
No.
We got to work together as a team.
Vaguely.
You gave input, and you had a lot of really great ideas, and we actually wound up using quite a lot of them to get the treadmill down there.
I thought that you had measured the doorway because you took the time to measure my van, but didn't measure the doorway. So I thought
the problem was
we had learned from their several past experiences in which this has gone wrong for us.
What was the couches were the most recent thing besides the treadmill that we had.
The pool table.
Well, I'm not talking about that. That we had trouble getting down there, is what I was going to say.
Oh, getting down there.
The pool table, I have the air hockey table. I have no idea how they got that down there.
They built it.
It had to have been constructed down there.
They made it. They sanded it down there.
Dude, because even then,
the table's too big.
when we broke it down.
Yeah, I know the table bit's too big.
Yeah, the actual tabletop is too big. I have no idea. That wall had to have the wall opposite of that had to have not existed. That's the only thing I can think of. That kitchen was not. That kitchen was being constructed.
We took the railing as well, but yeah.
We took the railing off. We took the door off.
No, you're right. It was the wall. Yeah. I have no clue.
Because that's hey Jay. Well, because that's when your dad was even here, and your dad was like in his remarkable thing, and we were trying to work out like
everyone tried.
We had several people lifting this thing, and we tried every single angle. The problem, Jay, is that
pivot.
Yeah, the problem, Jay, is that there was a distance. The distance between the door and the opposite wall is narrower than the table is wide. Even if you came in at an angle,
that wall is ridiculously narrow.
Yeah, it's like 36 or 37 inches from the door to the opposite wall.
Like, we actually decided when we moved into this house and we figured all of this out that our next house, if we're not building it, has to be disability compliant.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't with these doorways.
And the only benefit we have is that we do have a fair amount of money that we can spend on the next house. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get exactly what we want. Because like I said, 10, 15, 20 years from now, Fisher's may be a place where houses are, $1 million, $600,000 for the kind of thing we want. And, it's like we might get lucky and find that.
We might all have moved because
And we were looking at that one house that's sitting on 5 acres, but that house, that according to the what we saw on Zillow and the MLS, that house was built in 85. The people that live in it now built that house back in 85, which means that's definitely not an accessibility compliant house unless somebody was accessible, needed accessible hallways back then. But that house is most likely not going to be accessible.
Or they got as fed up as I do about carrying laundry through the house and bashing your knuckles.
Yes.
Maybe that happened.
I just don't understand how a house built in 1995 has such narrow hallways, because people weren't small in 95. Like,
I was small in 95.
Well, because you were
In fact, it was my smallest time I've ever been.
Yeah, there were people in uniform while you were in liquid form. What?
No, you were.
No, I didn't say I was. I said there were people in uniform while you were in liquid form.
But there were people in uniforms when you were a baby, too. I don't get it. I wasn't a liquid. I've never been a liquid.
You've been a liquid before.
No, I have not. In 95, I wasn't liquid. I was liquid for a month. Not even. Not even. No, I wasn't liquid.
You were liquid in 94.
Yeah, I wasn't liquid for 95 at all. In fact, I was pretty fucking cooked.
Handicap accessible wasn't required, yeah. So that's the problem, is that... So nowadays people are kind of building that stuff, or building these things to be more compliant, whereas back then people were like, whatever.
Not all of them, because none of the townhouses are accessible. All of those brand new townhouses they're building, none of them are accessible.
They don't have
They have stairs.
You can't be first floor? Or not first floor, ground level is what it's called.
I'm just saying the idea of one is not accessible because they all tend to... Like, you can be on the first floor, but your house is still built like up that. So all of those townhouses have stairs leading up to the bedrooms and stuff. So they're... I mean, I guess you could sleep in your living room or something. I don't know, but no, most of them have their stairs.
Well, we talked about you need a house with rear French doors. Here's the thing, Mom. We were actually talking about building, when we go to build our next house, we were going to spend the extra cash. And correct me if I'm wrong, Maddie. Maybe don't let me misspeak here. We were actually thinking about spending the extra money and just building it all on one level. Having a basement, but building it because I want the theater in a basement.
Oh yes.
But we were thinking about because the problem is, so this house is 4,000 square feet, but we saved a lot of money by switching to Geico.
4,000?
This is $38.97.
I thought it was 3.
This is like $38.97.
Oh.
Anyway, this is a 3,800 square foot house. Let's call it that, and we spent an amount of money on it, and it's worth an amount of money. Now, if you take all of this house and put it on one level, you've probably doubled the price of the house. Because the expensive bits are, as every realtor knows, the expensive bit of a house is the foundation and the roof.
Yeah.
So the more roof you have, the more foundation you have, the more money you spend.
Yeah.
So, but we are prepared to spend the extra, the doubling
You
the price.
did that in purpose.
In purpose.
You're really struggling. You need to take a minute.
I think he types on his phone.
You need to slow down. You need to take a minute. I type on my phone all the time.
Need to slow down.
I rarely get as many typos as Brad does.
Brad just doesn't give a shit.
Well, if he didn't give a shit, he wouldn't correct himself. That's the funny part. Like, he corrected himself and did a typo within his correction. Yes, we want everything to be on a single floor except for the basement.
Yeah. Which would be nice. Or, I'm also considering, if it saves us money.
2 houses.
Well, not necessarily 2 houses, but having the theater be, I guess, a guest house. So it would be like a pole barn style.
We already have a guest house for my mom.
Giving you the Inception look.
I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen Inception?
I don't think so.
That's a good movie.
It's the dream.
I own it.
It's the dream one with
Leo DiCaprio.
the lesbian.
The lesbian.
Yeah.
Maybe Leo DiCaprio is a lesbian. I'd imagine he is. I'm a lesbian.
No, the ghetto.
Oh. I don't know who she is.
Yes, you do. Because we talked about her journal.
The T8 needs to be built with 137 speakers in mind. Look, guys. There's a difference between speakers and subwoofers. And subwoofers, thank you. I have a lot of subwoofers. I've only got the normal amount of speakers for an Atmos theater. If you want,
listen, you don't need all the speakers because it's the subwoofers that create the atmosphere.
I have the normal amount of speakers. I have left, center, right, surround sides.
Take it back now, y'all.
Surround back.
One hop this time.
And 4 Atmos speakers.
Reverse!
It is the standard 7-channel with 4 Atmos speakers. What you guys are seeing.
And that's all he has at most.
I'm gonna stick my finger in your tea.
That'll hurt me more than you. It's too far down.
I know it'll hurt you more than me.
You more than me.
No, you said it'll hurt me more than you in reverse.
Did I?
It's amazing, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's going to get ridiculous, but that's neither here nor there.
No, it should be 137 speakers. It should be the tiny ones. And you should just have a wall.
Of like 2-inch speakers.
They look like eyes.
People would be like, what frequency do you hit with those? Oh, it doesn't go low enough.
All the frequencies.
Yeah. Which frequency do you hit? Yes.
We get freaky in here.
Nice. Don't rearrange my bullets. I had those. So, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta show you that. No, let me show your sins. Let me show your sins of my 762 by 39 or Brad's.
What the fuck was that?
That was my Blue Man Group ticket. So I have this. All of these were arranged here, so they were all neatly set up. And then Maddie decided that a pattern was required.
I didn't do this though. There's bits that aren't right.
Anyway, so I'm thinking a house in the middle of the street is probably the way to go.
In the middle of the street, our house.
You know what that reminds? When you're moving those bullets around in there, it reminds me of the game at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Where you're jumping the T's. Look, all I'm saying is we could put $150,000 into this house.
All I'm saying is.
And we would still be well under the value of the house. We wouldn't double the value. We wouldn't invest the amount of the house into the house. But the problem is we wouldn't get $150,000 out of this house. We'd get close to like I said, getting on towards $500,000, but we wouldn't get $150,000 out of it. We'd get maybe $90,000.
I don't know. Because that's all, a lot of things we're talking about is stylistic. nicely, like people wouldn't appreciate.
Right, because people wouldn't even notice it. It would
They
be.
wouldn't care. I mean, it'd be great if we found like an incredibly crippled millionaire that wanted to move in to be near his grandchildren or something, and it happened to be like the accessibility level of our house was to where it's like perfect for him. But you're making your house really, really niche and hard to sell.
What we need to do is buy that house that's behind us from that lady, and just extend our backyard into that.
No, it's all of that though.
Yeah, that's fine.
But she like the front house and the next house are hers.
So
like that, but also that one.
So 600,000, but we then own all of that. You think she'd sell it to us for 600,000?
Fuck no.
What about 750?
I think she's gonna die in there and then get buried in there.
And then it's gonna be haunted.
And then it's just gonna be haunted. And that's just what the next person's gonna have to deal with.
So what we're talking about is this is behind our house, and actually it's in front of me because our studio faces the window.
Well, you have to use this one because it kind of ruins my pattern.
You want me to use... She hands me a bullet and says you have to use it. You don't just...
No, actually,
You don't just use bullets.
You have to use that one up.
You don't just use bullets.
I don't like it.
Bullets go inside of things.
I don't like it. Oh!
Did you figure it out?
I made a Christmas tree.
Are you proud of yourself? You can't show the camera because you won't be able to tilt it enough.
Like all the people that do puzzles. And
yes.
then they're like, look at my puzzle! And then...
Yeah. So yeah, behind us is a house, and the lady that owns that house has... In front of us right now. The lady that owns it, she has 2 houses on her property, and she was telling Maddie, she didn't tell me because I would have
Because you're a man and she was trying to intimidate me.
Yeah. She's nice to me.
I know.
Anyway, she's really nice to me. But she was telling Maddie that she's
to be fair, to be fair, she's nice.
You tell a story because it happened to you. It didn't happen to me.
She's nice. What the problem is that the nosy wee wench was listening in on something I was telling someone else in my own fucking yard, and without even properly introducing herself to me or anything. Basically came to complain. And I think she had one of the issues where new people and also the landscape that she'd known for like 10 years was about to change as well. I think that was the problem. But yes, she basically told us that one of our trees was actually hers. I'm like, fine, I don't want the fucking tree. But then she went on to say about how her family basically owned the entire subdivision's worth of land.
The land.
And on top of the 2 houses that she currently has, and everything the fucking light touches. And
well, can I jump in for a second? Yeah. I do want to say that, and I don't know how it is in the UK. So if your mom or your dad are listening, please, guys.
Oh, you're talking about if they just say we need this land and then they take it from you.
In America, it's called eminent domain.
I don't
know.
And
so if she owned this land and the state wanted to use it for something,
well, and
she's like, I don't want to sell it, they'll be like, okay, well, we're taking it and we're giving you this. And now instead of you getting XYZ dollars for it, you're getting EBC dollars for it.
Right.
So a lot of people like Ray, your aunt, my realtor, was telling me about a lady that had a house she had a house and land that jutted into where they were building a street, and they wanted to put a roundabout there, and she was like, no. And they worked out a deal, but they were getting close. She said they were getting close to just being like, well, look, we're going to claim eminent domain because this is going to become not an arterial road, but a pretty important road.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Does the UK have eminent domain? Does Scotland have it? More importantly, so if a law applies in the UK, does it not apply to Does it apply to Scotland as well, or is Scotland kind of its own thing?
What is the UK?
A bit of Ireland, England, and Scotland, right? in the Isle of Man?
Wales.
Wales. I keep forgetting about Wales because they have a song.
There are laws that, just like there are like state laws, there are also like country laws that apply versus like the whole UK, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it would depend on the law.
Eminent domain is a right granted under the... Okay, so no. If it's granted under the Fifth Amendment, it's not... Is there an equivalent of eminent domain?
Well, I've already looked up. If you just knew how to fucking Google shit.
I do know how to Google shit. That's what I do for a living.
Compulsory purchase is the power to acquire rights over an estate in English land law. That's England and Wales. I don't know about...
Hey, Brian.
So now it's...
Brian, teach us. What is eminent domain? What is the equivalent of... Oh, so you said compulsory purchase?
Yeah.
How does compulsory purchase work in the UK? Because we were talking about eminent domain, and how the state can literally say, hey, we'd like to buy this from you so we can use it for like a roundabout or a road.
If an authority such as the council needs to acquire land in order to carry out work for the benefit of the general public, they can apply to a Scottish ministers for a compulsory purchase order. A CPO is an order that gives the authority the legal power to buy your home or land from you.
So...
But I'm trying to see if they can just take it.
Right, because in the U.S., they'll make all reasonable efforts to purchase your land from you. So they'll give you, and usually what they do is they take the value.
Well, actually, it just says they don't even have to ask. It says,
oh, wow.
They ask ministers for the land. If the ministers say yes, they then just take ownership and pay compensation.
Oh, wow. Right, because you guys
with an interest.
There are people that own because there's like sometimes people royalty that will own the county.
Yeah.
And they just talk to I'm guessing they just talk to those people?
For the ministers?
I'm asking you.
What?
So and keep in mind, please forgive me, I'm an uncultured American.
Like you said, same as US, they need to prove it and that you can appeal it.
Yes. So in the US you can appeal it, and there are people that have won eminent domain cases and the state just can't build or develop on that land. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, in America, what they do is, and my fellow Americans, they can back me up. The state or county or whatever, they'll offer you, they'll say, hey, we want to build a roundabout here, or we want to build a road here, or we want to build a subdivision on your land. We want to develop this pit. We want to develop something on your land. Here's an amount. What they do is they take the value of your money, the value of your land, usually give you an amount over the value of your land as kind of like an enticing thing, and then they say, we'd like to buy this land from you for this amount of money. Mm-hmm. You then can say, I accept or no. You have the right to say no, but then the state has the right to come back and say, okay, well, now we're going to give you just the value of your land, and we're taking it, and you can't say no.
It doesn't sound like it's a bargaining thing. It sounds like they get an amount plus interest.
Applies to any landowner. Yeah, they need to prove their case. Okay, so, and you can appeal it, and the appeal, the second you appeal it in America, the second you appeal it, it halts production. So they could be ready to build, but if you appeal, then they have to wait for the appeal.
Isn't that what happened to that one pipeline?
Yes, and you could take it all. It could go all the way up to the Supreme Court. It happened to the Bundy Ranch. The Bundy Ranch. Remember,
like Ted?
Was it the Bundy Ranch? Please, maybe I'm sounding like an idiot. Yeah, the Bundy Ranch standoff was that thing where I'm pretty sure people who are anti-gun heard about it, where a bunch of people stood there with guns against the government who were trying to claim some land from a person, because they were like, "Oh, this is federal land." And the person's like, "No, that's my land." And the federal government was trying to take it, and the owners stood their ground with a bunch of people. And anyway, So that's that doesn't the method doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is once you start to appeal, then it kind of halts production. And then you might get to a point where, hey, it's been in appeals court or it's been at the Supreme Court for so long that, you know what, we don't want to develop anymore. Let's just drop it. Yeah, you still have to pay all those legal fees of having a lawyer and court fees and all that stuff. But maybe you have your land back. Maybe it was worth. I would like for us to have land, but I would like for us to have land in a place where. That's why I don't want to have land in Fishers. Regardless of the price, even if land in Fishers was cheap, which it isn't.
I have a question. So you just got, I assume they can never take your house.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, say I have a business. Are you fucking kidding me?
They're shooting fireworks for real? Walmart didn't hear it. He's asleep.
Right, so you have a business and it requires, like the Bundy people, right? Mm-hmm. That's a ranch. They can't take that if you're using it.
They will. So, really? Momo, come here, bud. Momo, come. Come here.
I'm done with living here. Sure. No. Oh no, they can take your house.
Come here, bud.
I just find so they can take your house. Okay, then they do. Never mind.
Look at this guy.
He's upset. If they can take your house, then that's that. Never mind.
Yeah, you do smell like air cleaner.
I know. I told you. It's nice though. I know it's but that's like displacing them. Is what I was thinking. Give me a kiss.
Oh no!
More Mo. He's so upset.
He is.
He's so upset.
I have no idea. It's Tuesday. Maybe they're shooting off fireworks to celebrate Boozedays. Or people on next door saying, "Hey guys, it's not."
Oh my God, without rehoming you, I don't know.
I know with your land they have to compensate you. Eminent domain doesn't protect the state from compensating you. It just means they can compensate you a paltry sum.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
They got 1.5 times the market value for their homes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so usually if you own an amount of, like, let's say we bought land. Let's say we bought that 5 acres off of Hague, like we want.
Yeah.
If they want to put a subdivision in that, which 5 acres in that's 40 homes. You know, it's a lot of homes. Well, not 40. It's 20.
I don't know.
At a quarter, because it's a quarter acre lot.
No. So today I was trying to do the math for how long I would be at a placement, and it's between August 5th and October 9th. And the first time my brain came up with 5 weeks. And then the second time my brain came up with 10 weeks. And then it wasn't until I put it into Google that I found out that it was 9 weeks and 2 days. I texted this guy 3 times in a row with what I thought it was.
So at least market value. So what they try to do to avoid enacting eminent domain, they will offer you. They'll say, hey, let's take our house for example. They'll say, hey, your house is worth $430,000. We'll give you $500,000 for your house. If we could take your house and put a parking lot there. Or whatever. The more you push back, the lower that value gets. So if we bought that, that's another reason why I'm really hesitant to buy that 5 acres. One, I know it's going to be over $1 million. And while I'm okay with spending that money, I know that at any point in time, the government can come in and say, hey, we want to put a subdivision right here because you guys are prime location for a subdivision.
It's just so precious.
We'll give you an amount of money for it.
Yeah, you know what? I can see Hague. I can see that area across from Hague. But they can't take preserves, can they?
I don't know.
Can they see if we've got historic Scotland or even like less than historic Scotland, like any preserves or like conservation,
like a natural conservation.
Can they take that?
You would have to be able to prove. See, U.S. courts, and I can't speak for eminent domain. U.S. court is beyond a shadow of a doubt. So if you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that what you're saying is a natural a conservation, or hey, this is because that house is nuts right up against Richie Woods.
Yeah.
Maybe you can, but then they might say, okay, well, we won't build across the acre that touches Richie Woods.
I'm saying, can they take Richie Woods?
No.
You sure?
Because Richie Woods is a conservation.
That's what I'm asking.
That prevents them from building on it.
Well, I'm asking.
But that's from the city. The city says preserve. The city designates areas that are that. That isn't a person like whoever Richie Wood is. He didn't.
Mormo's Richie Wood.
Oh.
The snakes have definitely taken over there.
Look in the camera and look.
I know. Mormo. I'm looking at him. He's so precious.
He is wide awake.
They can't take it unless the federal government allows it. Okay.
Yeah, so see, that's where it gets
Why did
dicey.
they do 3 fucking fireworks and then stop?
Mormo's not moving.
3 fireworks!
Normally by now he struggles to get away. He's like, you know what, Dad? You protect me.
Well, he's also exhausted and healing. And he went on a walk today.
Did we tell the people what happened to Mormo?
That you abused him and then kicked him down a flight of stairs?
No, I think we need to tell people what happened to Mormo.
What happened to Mormo?
No, go for it.
No, what happened to Mormo? Because I think you abused him and kicked him down a flight of stairs.
I did not kick him down a flight of stairs.
I feel like you kicked him down a flight of stairs.
Mormo was chasing a ball.
That you threw down a flight of stairs. When you kicked him.
Into the bathroom, which is on the 2nd floor.
Where you booted him into.
And he screamed in a way I had never heard scream before. And personally, I think it's just because Mormo is jealous that Kratos has a tumor. Did we tell? We didn't tell anybody. Did we talk about?
I don't know.
Did we talk about Kratos' tumor last show?
I don't remember. Was it last week?
I don't know. Kratos has a tumor.
Mormo's broken. Wait.
Kratos has a tumor in his eye.
No, we didn't. No, we did.
Did we?
We did.
Mom says no.
Your mom wasn't at the last show.
Oh.
And Brad came in late. Mormo was with us. He was all hopped up on drugs, but we were watching him, which is why we didn't have this last week.
Yeah.
Kratos has a benign tumor behind his eye.
It is benign, so it's not.
Well, actually, to be fair, we don't actually know.
It's not malignant.
We actually don't know.
Well, but if the person who's an expert is like...
I know, but it's not like he stabbed it. You know, like... Kratos has a tumor. It's a slow-growing tumor. This guy has been in the industry for years.
Mm-hmm.
Knows that just by looking at that it's a benign tissue sarcoma. That right now it's not. Mormo's still broken. Yes,
Mormo is still broken.
But today is his last day of drugs. Anyway, so Cray has that. He probably has 2 years to live. Just anyway.
just
anyway. I mean,
that's he's 12.
That's what he said. Just anyway. Mormo got abused, so his paw got hurt.
Abused.
He did, and this is why I call it abuse. Because it's repetitive strain, because he's had it before, and I've told you about playing with him.
But how are you supposed to know what the limit is?
The limit is 5.
The limit's 5 what?
5 throws.
5 throws. What if it was a third throw?
And then take a break.
What if it was the third
It wasn't a third
throw? But what if it were?
It was.
I know it wasn't.
Because
I know his abilities. And if his abilities have gotten to the point where it's only 3, that's incredible.
But But
it wasn't.
He hurt himself somehow in the bathroom. I went in. He couldn't walk.
How many throws was it?
I have no idea.
Then, point in case. You would have known.
Don't know, Mom.
You would have known if it was like 2 throws. You would have known. Because you're not in the zone of, like, autonomy at that point. But, regardless, he has had that paw injured before. It was worse this time round. Not only because he's 6 now, which I can't handle.
He is 6.
But he's 6 now, so he can't...
You're a middle-aged corgi?
He's an adult. He's an adult.
But...
So yeah, one more. We have all of the injuries.
So
we've had enough injuries.
What you said Merlin went to the vet to get a checkup, right?
Merlin went to get his yearly checkup.
Kratos went to the vet twice, basically.
Kratos went to the vet for his yearly checkup.
Then went to the VCA
optometrist
for his eye because.
For 3 minutes.
And that's when we found out that it was $165 for 3 minutes to get
to look at his eye
to be told he has cancer.
Yeah.
And Mormon was like, "I'm jelly. I want that."
And then Kaya was jealous.
Well, Kaya's always jealous. What did Kaya do? Well, no,
you don't have to go to the vet to show your fucking jealousy. You don't have to go to the vet to be a crack whore baby.
Are you talking about your pillow?
Yes, I am talking about my pillow.
Why don't you tell the audience what happened to your pillow?
Okay.
Your very rare pillow.
My dad went to Scotland.
Went to Scotland?
2 years ago? 1 year ago? 2 years ago? To see my grandparents again. After he'd moved over here.
Mm-hmm.
They went to like a fair or farmer's market in Scotland, because those are very common. My grandparents, knowing that I love Highland cows, bought me 2 artist handmade pillows. One of them was cloth with tartan tweed back. The other one was painstakingly needle felted, to look like a family of healing coos over the front. It's on the couch. We have a nice couch. The dogs are never on the nice couch. The dogs are never near that nice couch.
That's true.
The nice couch is for when we have people over, and that's the front of the room, and the dogs aren't in that area because it's the nice couch for visitors. So it has my nice pillows on it. Kaya, in her age, is starting to get really fucking nasty at all the other dogs. So we couldn't keep her with the other dogs because she would randomly decide to attack them. And she is this little fucking bitch up against an 109 pound or 103 pound dog. Anyway, so she's been in that area because she's a nasty little bitch that can't barely even climb stairs. Like she's not troublesome. Typically. And and you bought it from the artist that made it, which from Craft Fair.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch, on purpose, somehow climbs up to the couch, pulls the pillow off the couch, and starts ripping.
Yeah, how did she get?
I don't know.
I just thought about that right now. How did she get it off the couch?
I don't know.
Because she can't rear.
I know! It was intentional and full of venom.
I don't think it was.
Yes, it was.
I don't think she said, "I hate my mom. I'm gonna pull this."
I'm pretty fucking sure she did. I'm pretty sure it was premeditated. It was premeditated. She did it at a time in which she knew I would be away and you would be busy. I know this bitch did it on purpose.
I don't think
she pulled it up. No, she did.
She might have pulled it down on purpose, but I don't think she pulled it down.
Premeditated.
She's like, I hate my mom.
Full of intention. And she starts ripping off all of the needlework.
She does.
And then she just leaves it in a pile next to the pillow, gets bored halfway through, fucks off somewhere else. I get home. I don't notice it at first. Then you come down the stairs, start talking to me, and I see it out the corner of my eye because I'm facing that direction. That bitch ruined my pillow.
She did ruin your pillow.
I'm very sad about it.
I was heartbroken.
So now she's in a crate.
I was very heartbroken by that because it's multifaceted. I really like Kaya to be able to have her freedom to just roam because she has dementia. She likes to NPC around.
Yeah. And that's what, and she needed it.
And I was also heartbroken because it's almost like an heirloom. You can't just go to Target or Kohl's or on Amazon or on Etsy and buy another one. And even if you could go on Etsy and buy another one, it wouldn't be the same exact.
Given fucking 2020, the artist might have died from fucking COVID. Like, we just don't know.
The artist didn't die.
Yes. I don't know how old the artist is.
Yeah, all the face bleps.
Thank you, Smeagol boy.
Oh, he's hiding.
I gave you a kiss one day.
So
she's a jealous bitch that takes people's Christmas presents and ruins people's fucking treasures.
She did eat Brian's chocolate orange. Did we wind up? I bought. You
Brian. Bought him 2 more. I'm like, he just Brian needed the more. One.
I did buy Brian 2 more, but yeah.
Bitch.
That's
the fucking bitch.
Why is Momo hiding?
He's not, and you're kind of constricting him. Like
I'm not trying to.
He's snoring because he's like,
Momo.
He's like, I want off.
Do you want to get down?
I want offs. Yes, I do.
Okay.
He looks like a sheepish little baby.
All right, bud. I love you. I'm gonna let you get down.
And Bogle.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, what has Bogle done recently?
Bogle. Bogle hasn't done anything bad other than being Bogle. He's been very Bogle. He didn't. Did he? No.
Honestly, Bogle's been okay.
Kratos had cancer.
Yeah.
How dare he?
Fucking rude.
Kaya ate your pillow.
Yeah.
How dare she?
Yeah. You broke that one.
Mormo broke himself.
Yeah.
How dare he?
No, you broke him.
I didn't do that. I'm not responsible for that.
So you broke him.
Merlin has been Merlin. And for better or for worse, Merlin has been Merlin.
Well, actually, we should be getting his DNA results soon. I was hoping we'd have it by today so we could add to the things we can't give the dogs, but not today, apparently.
It's going to get to a point where we have a list of...
Ice. We can give them ice.
We can give the dogs 3 things universally. Yeah. And that's it. Because Kaya eats celery. And we've told you guys how Kaya will just eat celery.
And Kratos
can't have celery, so that's been scratched off the universal list. Even though celery is literally just water and cellulose. Kratos can't have it. Yeah. All celery is cellulose and water.
He also had to stop his smoking habit, so he's very upset about that.
He is. We have to take his cigars.
His lack of tobacco. He's very upset by that. Oh, and his mackerel.
I bet if we tested Kaya, they'd be like, "Hey, we tested Kaya, but she's allergic to whiskey. Have you guys been giving Kaya whiskey?" We'd be like,
"He's 100% Spaniel. Spaniel's been fine.
He's like I said, he's been himself. So he's been bullying Kratos, which he's been created for bullying Kratos.
Bogle's also just fine. Bogle's just Bogle. Like it sucks when you have 2 anxious dogs and like all they have to be is themselves to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, tell us about the senior dog you were looking at.
Bacall.
Is that her name?
Her name's Bacall.
Tell us about Bacall.
She has ear infections, though.
Aww.
So she has
we got Kaya.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So she's this old lady. She's 11. She's nearly 12 years old, and she's a black Chow Chow kind of mix. And she's just like this cute little senior dog.
And how is she around other dogs?
She's fine with other dogs. She's fine with dogs and kids, is what it says. But the only reason I found her is because you found. How did you find that corgi? What was that thing?
That was a post in Midwest Corgis.
I really gotta look at that again. You found a corgi that needed a home, and we were thinking about her, but because she has DM as well, and we were gonna get our a DM corgi.
We are the house you would want a
special
needs dog to
go to. Yeah, because we have fucking enough of them. I'm pretty chuffed about my new system for making Kratos food. Like, I'm pretty chuffed about that. No. Mom said yes, so...
Mom wins!
I don't want to get recalled, though, because I've got enough going on just now.
Just now. So, tell them about your new system for making Kratos' food.
I finally bought him...
In fact, hell no. He said not just no, but hell no.
Well, the only reason I was looking at the senior girl at all is because she really reminded me of your type.
My type.
Your type.
You saying I like older women?
I'm saying you do. Four-legged older women are really your thing.
You saying I like...
Four-legged older women with pointy ears.
You saying I like old bitches?
You kind of do.
But I'm in
Kaya.
love. But I'm in love with you.
Maya. Kaya.
I love Maya. I love Maya.
Bacall looked she looks like your type.
Like a cross between Maya and
Kaya. She looks
Kaya.
like your type.
But she doesn't have an Aya name.
I know. But you do like your Ayas. You do like your girls.
So fill us in on your Kratos feeding, because that is a really awesome find that you did.
Yeah, I found, because I'm a lazy person.
Which is, let me just interject by saying that Bill Gates, when he says he's looking for developers, he hires lazy developers, because lazy developers do something in a way that it only needs to be done once and never be done again, and it's done once.
Bill and Melinda Gates would love me. Anyway, it used to be get this giant bowl out for cooking broccoli, and get a giant bowl out for cooking pasta, and then a pan for the eggs and oil, and then also we'd have to separate it all into baggies. Mm-hmm. Now, you take I got him, they're not Pyrex bowls, they're Anchor? But they're basically Pyrex bowls.
They're Pyrex. They are what people would call Pyrex.
They're Pyrex bowls.
Because Pyrex has become whatever, like when you say Xerox something or Google it or...
What's that called? Oh, I studied this and I can't remember what it's called.
Or Band-Aid.
Anyway, so you put it all in there and you put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. And not only do you have the bowl for securing it, because they come with the lids, but you've just cooked it in the microwave and reduced all the dishes you're doing, and also reduced, there's no more waste. What's it called?
I am looking it up now. So Kleenex is another one.
Genericization. That's what I was going to say. That's what I thought it was, but then...
Google, Taser,
actually, what I wanted
Xerox.
to call it was generalization, and I knew that was wrong.
It's close enough. IBM, Dumpster. I didn't know Dumpster was a brand name.
We don't call them dumpsters.
Yeah, you guys call them skips. But yeah, Dumpster in America. Dumpster, Kleenex, Escalator. Apparently Escalator is a brand name. And so we've just called Thermos.
Oh, no, wait, stop. Go back up to Escalator, because they used to be called conveyor transport devices.
That's our moving stairways.
I am going to go back to calling them moving stairways.
Going back to the 1950s.
1900s.
1900s. Thermos, chapstick. But we kind of knew chapstick was one. Frisbee? Well, what is it called then?
Flying disc.
Flying disc. What it's supposed to be called is a flying disc.
Well, we call them, because that's true.
A popsicle?
Well, we don't call them, in Disc Dog, you don't call them Frisbees.
What do you call it?
You call them discs.
Oh. I didn't know popsicle. I thought popsicle was just like what it was called.
Frozen ice treat on a stick.
I'm just going to call it popsicle.
Would you like a frozen ice treat on a stick?
Dude, laundromat is a brand name.
Would you like to go to the coin laundry shop?
Jumbotron?
Large screen television.
Taser is supposed to be called a Zamboni. Is an ice resurfacer. Aspirin. I didn't know aspirin was a name.
Well, I knew aspirin was a name because we didn't call it aspirin in the UK, and I couldn't figure out what the fuck it was.
No, you were having issues with acetaminophen.
I also never had aspirin, so I was really struggling with aspirin as well. What did H.G. Wells call them? Which ones?
What? A yo-yo?
Oh, but stop.
Anyway.
You have we all have Jumbotrons.
Big screen
because it just calls them they're just large screen TVs.
No, but Jumbotron is like.
But when Jumbotrons were
like 1,000 inches.
Right, but when Jumbotron started, TVs were tiny.
Oh.
So now we all have Jumbotrons.
Dude, TV dinner?
Washateria. Oh yeah, the laundromats.
When you Google something, a jacuzzi. I did know jacuzzi is
a hot tub.
I did know that, but we
call them hot tubs.
Photoshop, obviously, photo manipulation software. Jeep. Well, yeah, we knew that. Velcro. I did know that Velcro and hook and loop. I did know that
because when you buy them from like Joann's, they're hook and loops.
Ping pong, table tennis, a zipper.
We call it table tennis.
Separable fastener. I will always call it a zipper, but it is nice to know that.
Let me separate your separable fastener.
Crockpot. I did not know that. A slow cooker.
We do call it aspirin, so I am just confused. I've never had aspirin because it's blood thinner, and they talk about how scary and terrible that can be. And I was always really, really scared because they talk about aspirin, and I was like, I'm going to take aspirin, then I'm going to fall over and cut myself and just bleed out.
No, that's not going to happen.
That's what I thought.
You have to take a lot of aspirin.
That's what I thought. Paracetamol. It's an aerated bath, so they're different.
All right, I'm going to put this over here, guys, and we are going to take a look at this
together.
Shit.
Snap is investigating allegations of racism.
Whoa. All right, gang, so we are going to look at this together.
What's a pogo stick?
So, come on, up to the top. All right, so bubble wrap is
air bubble packaging,
which is crazy. So what we're talking about for people that just joining us, we're talking about names that generalization. What was it called? Genericizations of names that are kind of, commonplace, what we call them. So we say, instead of using a search engine, we say Google it. Instead of a face.
They become so in common culture that you know what they're talking
about.
Yeah,
we call it a Kleenex.
Like, no one's going to get
instead
mad.
Instead of a facial tissue.
No one's going to get mad if you, if someone's like, oh, I need a tissue. Can I get a Kleenex? And then you hand them Kroger's brand.
Yeah.
No one's.
Or instead of Xerox, use your Sony copier. Xerox is a company, and that might be regional.
What is it?
When you Xerox something, it's making a copy of it. So you take something, you put it in a Xerox machine.
Oh yeah, I heard older people talking about that.
Wow,
that was the truth.
Wow, you fucking zoomer. You fucking zoomer. So there's a lot.
At school, I was making copies, and someone was told me about a conversation they had earlier in the day about Xeroxing, that she didn't realize that it was an older term until she tried to talk to someone younger than her, because Xerox is, I don't think. I'm sorry, I never Xeroxed anything.
Yes, you have.
I've never Xeroxed anything. I've copied something. I've scanned it. I've turned something into a PDF.
You've probably used something that was created by Coke, Sharpie, yep, Q-tip, absolutely. So we're going to look at these things here. Bubble wrap, air bubble packaging.
Wait, how is Coca a thing?
Coca-Cola.
No, why is Coca?
Because in the United States, people especially in the South, people will call all soft drinks Coke.
Oh, well, that's
any carbonated soda they'll call.
But
Coke.
That is regionalized.
That's regional.
That's
yes.
not as general. That's not as.
So bubble wrap. That's something I didn't know. bubble wrap.
Air bubble
I thought it was
packaging.
just called bubble wrap, but the Sealed Air Corporation, it's supposed to be called air bubble packaging. Dumpster really threw me for a loop there.
Mobile garbage bin.
Kleenex, of course, we knew. Escalator threw me for a loop.
Conveyor transport device.
Thermos threw me for a loop.
Vacuum flask. Well, I knew about vacuum flasks.
Chapstick, I kind of knew
I
about.
I call them lip balms all the time. I barely ever call them chapstick.
Frisbee, I didn't know.
I knew that because I do disc vlog.
Popsicle, I did not know.
Frozen ice cream on a stick.
I honestly thought Popsicle was just
Frozen
what we called
Frozen ice cream on a stick. Frozen ice cream on a stick.
Laundromat. That threw me for a loop. Laundromat is Jumbotron.
Regular TV.
Taser.
Stun gun.
Zamboni.
Ginger. Yeah, we call it ginger after ginger beer. My gran would ask me if I want my ginger all the time.
Nice.
And
she
wouldn't keep it in the fridge.
Ooh, so you get warm ginger beer?
No, warm anything. She kept it in a cupboard.
Look at my face, people. Warm.
Gran used to have a cupboard.
Warm soda.
And she would have options.
Warm soda. Options of warm soda. You want Dr. Pepper? It's warm.
It's never had Dr. Pepper. We had Coke. We had Iron Brew.
When you say Coke, you mean Coca-Cola or do you mean Cola?
No, I mean like...
Coca-Cola.
No, I mean like cocaine.
Oh, fuck! Shit! Anyway, so aspirin is a blood-thinning drug.
Acetylsalicylic acid.
Yo-yo. Toy on a string.
Yo-yo master. Why is that a picture of Justin Bieber?
I don't know.
That way, it's not. It's not Justin Bieber. It just looks like him.
It's really close. Kerosene apparently is
combustible
also
hydrocarbon liquid.
But who the fuck's gonna call it that? Kerosene.
We do call it paraffin.
TV dinner.
Frozen meal.
I honestly,
yes, it is.
That really threw me off because I thought TV dinner was the generic name.
No, that's an American thing, I think.
Google, of course.
Wait,
Jacuzzi.
wait, go up. What's it supposed to... Okay,
Search
they are
engine.
saying... I just wanted to see,
Jacuzzi, we knew, is a hot tub.
Well, Dad says that's not true.
What is he saying?
Jacuzzi's not a hot tub, it's an aerated bathtub.
Photoshop, photo manipulation software, because I didn't always use Photoshop, but whenever I would edit software, people would say, oh, you Photoshop that. When I was using Corel's software. Corel doesn't own Photoshop, that's Adobe.
Hoover, but we don't call... I don't know if that's a...
Is that Kaya barking?
I don't give a
Fucking
shit.
hell. Jeep, of course. Okay, Jeep.
Beep, beep.
Jeep is a registered trade.
Yes.
That's Kaya.
No, I've locked her up.
Is a registered trademark of Chrysler.
Bitch.
Rollerblade. Okay.
Inline skate.
Velcro. That I did know that because of the hook and loop. I did not know about plexiglass. Ram and Haas. Moldable plastic. Ping pong also is like a little zipper. Zipper is what's like really throwing me for a loop.
It's a separable fastener.
I'm really thrown off by zipper because I'm never going to call it a separable fastener no matter who makes it.
Separable fastener. Band-Aid doll plaster.
Of course, Band-Aid Xerox. That makes sense. Crock-pot makes sense.
Slow cooker, yeah.
Jet ski, so jet ski.
Stand-up personal watercraft.
Yes. Jet ski, I kind of knew, but I didn't know. I thought that was a type. I thought it was a type of watercraft that you just called it a jet ski. You're just interested in pogo stick.
Spring stilts. Hopping vehicle. Well, now we know it's a pogo stick because it's po, leg, and gotch crawl.
No, nice, yes. Coke, of course. It's Coca-Cola.
Soft drink.
A teleprompter. I did not know
Prompting device. Yeah, I knew that.
I did not. Post-it.
Sticky note.
Yeah. Post-it makes sense. And mom mentioned Q-tips.
Cotton swab. That's it.
That's it.
The end.
The end. That was a good story, Pooga Bunny. Thank you so much for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hoover, absolutely. Yeah, because
I call them vacuums, but I know Hoover's a company over here, right?
But so
I've always
keep in mind, like I said again, I'm going to say I'm an uncultured American.
I call it a vacuum.
Top Gear is a lot where I get a lot of my.
He does call it Hoover, doesn't he?
They all call it Hoovers, and when I listen to YouTubers from the UK, they call.
Do you mean England?
I'm just going to say the UK.
Do you mean England, though?
I probably mean England.
Because I've heard a lot of...
People from England will say Hoover and they say biro.
Biro?
When they mean pen.
Oh, the biro markers, yeah.
They mean... So, in America we call it a pen. But in the UK... In England...
Because biro ballpoint pens are like the most
right,
common.
so they say biro or they say Hoover when we say vacuum and pen.
Hoover.
Hoover is Herbert Hoover. Herbert Hoover.
Hoover. I'm gonna start calling them
suction devices. So
Roombas.
Did you know that
manual Roombas?
Did you know that in most parts of the in most of the lower 40...
No, it is the UK. I'm just saying that he listens to mainly people from England. Is what my point was.
In most of the US, most of the lower 48.
What are the upper ones?
There's no upper 48.
What are the upper two?
There's no upper two. There's upper one.
Then why is it the lower 48?
Lower 48. The 48 continental United States.
Then why are they lower?
Because it's in the what's considered the United States.
But why are they the lower?
Lower 48.
Why?
Because it's the 48 that are part of the continental United States.
But why are they called the lower 48
because
when they make up the main 48?
The upper is Alaska.
Why are they not just the main 48?
This is called the lower 48.
But they're not lower.
But it's lower than Alaska.
Then what's the other one called?
Hawaii.
What do they call that? The lowest 40? The lowest one?
No.
Isn't it lower?
If you look at... Okay, people...
Is it the leftist?
Let's go to maps.
Oh, the ball pen was invented. Your grand called it. Yeah, no, I know. I know people in the UK call it Hoover. I'm saying that David listens to mainly people from England.
Oh, shit.
Laszlo Biro created the ballpoint pen. I thought it was Biro with a Y.
So here's 48.
Okay.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Alaska is way the fuck up here.
Uh-huh.
And there's Hawaii.
But why is Alaska above Canada?
Alaska... Did you know that if you drive to Alaska, you have to have a passport?
Did I know where Alaska was? No, I didn't.
You literally didn't know where Alaska was?
I didn't know where Alaska
Seriously?
was. I knew it was
It's
north.
Way up there.
I knew it was north there.
It's way
I did not
there.
know it was like in Canada. We should give it back.
It's pretty much Canada.
We should give it back.
It really should be Canada.
Wait, what's touching it? Well, what's nearly touching it?
Russia.
Oh, fuck. We don't want them to have it.
So, here's a fun fact.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why what?
Maybe that's why Canada doesn't have it, because the Americans were afraid that Canada wouldn't be like enough of a deterrent for Russia to try and take it over.
So, here's a fun fact about...
I don't think it's going to be fun.
The global history of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So this you see right here where we have...
Oh my god, that's all a national preserve.
Yes. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things that you might...
I'm really sorry, Dad. I had no idea.
So here's a couple of things. There used to be a land bridge that connected...
They bought it from Russia?
You can see Russia from your backyard, yes. Sarah Palin.
Wait, what's in the middle?
So, wait, stop. So there used to be a land bridge that connected Alaska to Russia.
Okay.
And over time, that land bridge got eroded away and covered by water.
Because water, yeah.
Currently. There is a time. Now, it's not once a year. It's not once every other year.
Oh, you told me there's a time when you can cross it.
There is a time when you can cross on foot or by vehicle.
Is that still true, given that water has risen even more?
I don't know, but there was a time when you could drive all the way from Alaska to Russia. It'd be like once in a blue moon, but it would eventually happen. I don't know if that's still the case. Also,
7.2.
Also, Alaska. So keep in mind, when we're looking at the globe, what we're looking at is a rendering of the globe.
Yes.
And we're looking at it in scale.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the scale doesn't show us the true nature of the beast. Alaska, in terms of landmass, just Alaska, in terms of landmass, is 51% of the landmass of the entire continental United States, the lower 48 of the United States. I know it doesn't look like that, but Alaska is 51%. Sorry, people. 51% the landmass of the lower 48. So if you if to scale you took Alaska and moved it all the way down here, it would extend from San Francisco all the way to Kentucky. 51% of the landmass of the United States. It is absolutely ridiculously huge, but so much of it is unusable because it's just frozen tundra. No one wants to live
Of
there.
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. So it's kind of a power move.
Oh, wait. What does MM mean? Is it multi-millions? Many millions?
Stop at million.
Stop at million?
Stop it.
M&M's? They paid 7.2 M&M's?
I hate you so much.
I did not... So wait, is that when it became a United States?
So here's also something fun. You see Africa.
No, is that when... So I did not know that Russia had Alaska, firstly. Secondly, is that the date when Alaska became a United State?
Yes, if that's when we bought it, then that's when it became one of the U.S. states.
Where was Canada in this point?
Canada was there. Canada doesn't want it.
Why?
I don't know. Honestly, it makes sense for Canada to have it because, like I said, if you drive to Alaska, like if you live in Alaska, when you see people in, one of the main places you see Alaskan plates in the lower 48 is in Orlando. Unfortunately, for people to drive from Alaska to Orlando, they have to have a passport because they have to pass through Canada. There's no way to drive from Alaska to the lower 48 without going through Canada. You could fly.
No, you can make a bridge.
They don't.
You can make another bridge.
The bridge doesn't exist.
You can make a bridge.
Do you realize the distance that you're trying to cover?
It's by a finger. Is there more islands?
So what you're proposing is a bridge from Alaska to the United States. However,
it's Portland.
A bridge. This is considered.
Oh,
whoops!
You broke it.
This is considered.
Wait a minute. Wales doesn't belong there.
Stop it. This is considered unfeasible. Not because of any geopolitical reason, but simply the distance from here to here is considered unfeasible to build a bridge. You would run out of gas between these two places.
Shaktoolik. Wait, is that still... So, do they have all the weird names because they were Russian?
Perhaps.
Like Shaktoolik.
That's perhaps.
Unalakleet.
And then you have this weird island right here.
St. Lawrence. Whose is that?
Alaska.
Alaska's?
Alaska owns it. Well, that means the United States owns it. Because Russia's just like...
Or is it the indigenous... Okay. Ooh.
It's in Alaska.
Oh, they have an airport.
You can fly to it. So, if you want to fly to Alaska, let's say you had family in Alaska, you can fly to Alaska without a passport.
But, like, you could do... See, I'm just saying, right? Bridge.
Uh-huh.
Here to here.
Mm-hmm. And then where?
Bridge.
That's Canada.
Fuck, is it?
That's Alaska. That's Alaska.
This is Alaska, right?
Wait, stop.
Wait, why does it look
you
weird
see this line right here?
Yeah.
Alaska, Canada.
Wait, why is Alaska? Oh. What the fuck? Why does it look so weird now? I don't like it.
Let's go back to that. So you have Alaska. Where are you gonna go, babe? You gonna go across all of this, all the way to the United States?
We're gonna make tiny bridges all the way along the side that's Alaska.
Babe, again, this to this is considered unfeasible. Keep in mind,
but these are even shorter.
Wait, stop. This is the entire planet Earth. So from here, Wales to
that's not where Wales is.
It's considered unfeasible to build a bridge for not because of geopolitical reasons, but because of distance.
No, but those are shorter distances.
Right. This is a shorter distance than from here to here.
I know you're making tiny bridges in between them,
babe. Alaska is all.
Do a tunnel then, says Sad.
Babe, this is Alaska. Then you have the lower 48 doesn't start until down here, so you'd have to build a bridge from here to here at the very least.
Yeah.
You're talking thousands of miles.
Yeah.
Or 1,000 miles at least.
Or at least get a boat.
You could probably ferry it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But without a passport.
Right.
But, babe, my only point was you can't drive from the lower 48 to Alaska.
But you can get in a bus. You can get
a bus?
I mean,
the fuck?
Not a bus.
Fuck?
I didn't mean a bus. I meant
I'm the one that's been drinking.
The ferry boats with the car spaces.
A ferry.
Yeah, but the big ones.
Yeah. Oh, and then you're over international waters. International.
Well, how much of that? Well, not how. Because how much of... Okay, I guess there's a wee bit. Wait, so... Right, so this is Alaska, right, to this line.
Mm-hmm.
So here to here is international waters.
Uh-huh. Isn't it weird? Don't geopolitics suck?
That's what I'm saying.
Geopolitics suck. I think the United States should just buy Canada, or Canada should just buy Washington, Oregon, and just call it a day.
Can't have, well, wait.
Why can't they? Why can't they?
Well, no, I was thinking...
There's no reason they can't buy Washington and Oregon.
I was thinking of the wrong Washington.
Oh.
I was like, a lot happens in Washington.
You're thinking about Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I've been to both.
1776.
New York City.
You're thinking about East Coast.
Excuse me, are you Aaron Burr, sir?
So, West Coast, there's literally no reason why Canada can't purchase these two states.
I think they should also have...
Or why America, the United States, can't purchase British Columbia.
Because it's British.
Still call it British Columbia, but this can't all be territorially the United States. It would help a lot. You would be able to then you would be able to drive through to Alaska without a passport.
I would rather America not have more land.
Well, what would happen right now is if the United States said, "Hey, let's buy British Columbia," there'd be a war. And we don't want to go to war with Canada. We like Canada. We really like Canada. We super like Canada.
You like Canada.
Like, if we were to have a baby with someone, it'd be Canada.
It'd probably be Mexico.
No, we would not have a baby with Mexico. Unless we were just trying to be like freaks. And just be like, hey.
No, if you were trying to take Mexico... Like, what's more likely? You're going to try and take Canada or take Mexico?
We wouldn't take Canada. We would negotiate Canada. Because Canada has...
But then you would take Mexico just for fucking fun.
Because Canada has the British on their side.
And America has the...
America has the British.
No, not anymore.
Well, we're allies with the British.
Nope.
No, we are. I'm letting you know.
I'm not.
I'm letting you know
we
are
British,
allies.
And I'm not an ally of you. I'm not your ally.
We are allies with the British. You are my friend.
No.
We touch each other.
Ew!
I'm touching you right now. I'm touching
What
you right
the
now.
fuck?
Wait, let me turn up the main display. Let me turn up the main screen
Ew,
capture.
I deny all of these allegations. I'm not gonna be.
Touching I'm touching
Ah!
So
I'm gonna go war.
that would create a conflict of interest. And
I have a conflict of interest.
so what would happen politically if we don't have Trump as a president? Because
But we do.
I don't understand why we have Trump as a president.
Well, we do right now.
Anyway, they would negotiate with Canada to say, hey, can we purchase this amount of land from British Columbia?
Let's take more things from you.
Canada might say no, which they most likely would.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would offer, hey, we can offer this, we can offer that. They would offer...
Here's Trump.
They'd be like money, trades, goods, services, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And then they'd just pillage them like in
And
the
if
good old
Canada
days.
kept saying no, Trump would be like, okay, well, we're going to take it. What I'm getting at is that with Mexico, we would never negotiate anything with Mexico.
I didn't say you'd negotiate.
We would just take it.
Like America historically has.
Oh my goodness.
Remember, Texas was Mexico.
Texas was Mexico.
Texas is no longer Mexico. I just have this feeling that it's going to start with the smaller islands. It's going to start with the smaller little islands off of like.
If that's not the American way, if no, they would take it.
They would just take it.
I think we have such a good relationship with Canada that we would
Do
not
you though?
just unfortunately, even with the way that things seem, we have a really good relationship with Canada.
I'm just saying, certain somebody's been kind of ruining
Everything.
all of his relationships.
That's fine. He won't be in office for much longer.
Ooh, I would not say that with 2020 looming over us.
I'm saying it with 2020 looming.
Like, I feel this is honestly, COVID has been a attack on anyone that would have voted against Trump so that they die, and then when it comes to November,
You're right.
all that Trump supporters are just going to be left.
True.
But they didn't kill all of them because that would be too suspicious. They just killed enough of them
enough
to realize that things are gonna not change.
I don't know.
I got so many bug bites.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, at Majik Media, we are at 2203. We are gonna call.
This was a weird one.
This was a weird one, but we're having fun. That's just the way we do things.
I don't know about that.
Night Matt. Wow. See you next Tuesday. Night Majik Media. We will see you guys.
Even Mormo left.
We will see you guys next Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Night Majik Media. David Adams, aka the Black Stick. Maddie Martin, aka the Spaniel Stick. We will see you guys again next Tuesday. We do this thing live every Tuesday. Please tell your friends, tell your family.
Don't tell your friends.
No, tell your friends.
Don't do it.
And tell your family.
Don't tell your family.
Tell your
family
friends.
doesn't need to be a part of this.
Tell your family. We are going to see you guys then.
No, tell nobody.
And just have listen to us. They'll like it.
Don't even think it.
They'll like it. No,
Don't
think
even-
it.
don't even
think
let
it. Do it.
Don't even let
Act
the empath.
upon your instincts. Your instinct is
No.
telling you to let people know that we're doing our
danger,
thing.
warning,
We
poison.
will. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Again. We got millions of reasons